It's a regular afternoon at the Boers' home in Accra. They moved to Ghana from Florida in the US back in 2023. After visiting several times as tourists, they decided to relocate here and set up a business. Keisha says the move wasn't a difficult choice.
I am an African woman just because how do we identify who we are? You look at your skin, right? So I didn't need that to tell me that I'm African. Anywhere that I go in the world and someone looks at me, I'm melanated. But my ancestors who wanted to return and come back home, those ancestors who never made it back, their dying wish was to come back to their home and they never made it. That passport for me is for them.
But it wasn't just a tribute to the ancestors. She and her husband were getting more and more worried about their children's future back in the US, especially for their teenage son.
In America, being a black male with locks, who's very tall for his age, he is treated like a threat. In schools, he's treated, discipline is always the first step in dealing with my son. You're going to get a detention. You're going to get without exploration.
In 2019, Ghana launched the Year of the Return to attract black people from around the world. Recently, the largest group so far was granted citizenship. More than 500 people, many of them black Americans. Deja Gordon is one of them. She came from Brooklyn, New York, and she's now set up a Jamaican food truck.
It just feels good to have a connection to an African country as an African American, as a black American, right? Because back in America, we don't have anything to trace our roots to but Africa. And to have that connection here, I feel like, again, I've done something right.
The government describes the program as an investment opportunity, but for many, it's more than just money.
That connection, that forever relieves that person, who have been struggling over years to know, where do I come from? Why am I of this color? Where could my great-great-grandparents have come from? That kind of spiritual healing and connection can be more uplifting than business.
That's the deep link the Boers family have tapped into. Keisha's dad was a proud Pan-Africanist, but he never made it to the continent. Resettling in Ghana has not only been an investment in her family's future, but also the final fulfillment in her dad's lifelong dream.